parks are open, they're free. It doesn't matter what your background is, everybody feels equal in a park.
If we live in a city, we have to know that there's someplace out there, a lake or a stream or a mountain or a hike. That's really important now, and it's going to be even more important in the future.
Right now we're losing over 2,500 acres of land per day in the United States.
They're not making land anymore. And so how is it that we make sure that we protect the public places?
The Wildlife and Recreation Coalition is a nonprofit advocacy group that is the founder and chief advocate of the Washington Wildlife and Recreation Program. So that program is a state grant program which is administered by a state agency, the Recreation and Conservation Office. The RCO accepts applications from cities, counties, and state agencies for WWRP grants. The applications are competitively ranked, and if the legislature appropriates sufficient funds, then your project is funded. The coalition ensures that the program continues to be funded and also that the program is run effectively. We have a small office, there's just 3 of us, and we have 2 contract lobbyists in Olympia. If the coalition wasn't around, the program would not be funded at this level, and it may not exist at all.
The other states want to know how we brought together the various coalitions. How did we bring together the local governments and the environmental community?
I remember vividly the day of the Exxon Valdez oil spill in 1989. I was on my way downtown to meet with Elliot Marks, who was then head of the Nature Conservancy.
In the beginning, we were not planning to go to the legislature. We were going to the people.
The driving force was 2 now former governors, Governor Lowry and Governor Evans, and they came together from differing political parties, and they pulled together folks that had long sought to have things that were important to them be part of a bigger strategic approach.
And the result was that in our first year after organizing, in a supplemental budget, which was unheard of, we got $53 million.
2 years ago, we were blessed with $100 million, and this last legislative session, we got $70 million.
I like to say that we're the most successful organization you've never heard of.
The scope of this program is astounding. It's a total investment so far of about $1 billion. That investment will pay dividends for generations to come.
I'm very much in favor of a lot of the larger projects that the coalition has helped to fund.
Some of the grants have been used to open the newest state park, Kama Beach State Park.
But it was beautiful. It was a very gorgeous piece of property, and you knew it was special. It was just not something that you wanted to have condominiums built on. The land acquisition went fairly fast, largely due, I think, to the WWRC.
One of the newer programs that was added in 2005 is the Farmland Preservation Program, and this is aimed at protecting those critical farms that are at risk to conversion or development.
Our farm has already been subdivided twice from the previous owners. So it's real easy just to continue with that pattern. And by placing this easement and receiving that grant, they're ensuring that this area will always stay as it is.
The Washington Wildlife and Recreation Coalition has made this park available for us. 75% of our public, our clients, our friends, our customers, felt that there was an increase in value of their property as a result of the trails and the parks and all in their neighborhood.
The grant program has made a big impact over the last 20 years, especially when it comes to how we build our communities. Everybody has the same common goal of making sustainable communities, walkable communities, and communities where children can grow up feeling safe.
People want to live here. We're so fortunate to be so close to so many beautiful places, many of which have been protected by these dollars.
We still have work to do to take this into the future, to make sure that we have parks for kids to play in, that we have trails that serve both recreation and commuting needs.
It'll address global climate change by preserving critical habitat and natural areas.
We need this program desperately today, just as we have 20 years ago. As we grow and have more people, we need to have more outdoor recreation facilities, more access to water, and we need the pristine natural areas, the quiet places. Only through efforts like this are we going to be able to protect that very special quality of life that we have in this state that we want to pass on.